following footage, an armed robber will enter from the hallway near the top. Now try your best to answer the following questions. Who was the first person to see the gunman? And what were the men sitting at the table doing?
When you watch the video, your brain processed all the information collected by your eyes, but you probably only remember details about the gunman. This is called the tunneling effect, which describes when your brain's focus is too narrow to remember background details. To test this phenomenon, we asked 10 subjects to answer 6 questions about the video and obtained the following results.
Who was the first person to see the gunman?
People recognized that the security guard was the first person to see the gunman.
What gender was the security guard?
Only 3 people correctly identified the security guard as female.
How many people were in here?
1 person answered correctly.
How many people came to aid the bouncer?
3 out of 10 remembered this detail correctly.
What were the men sitting at the table doing?
Only 2 subjects correctly recalled that the men at the table weren't engaged in anything in particular, while the rest fabricated completely false answers.
However, when asked to describe what the gunman was wearing,
7 out of 10 accurately described his clothing, and the remaining 3 were only mistaken in confusing his hood with a hat.
Since you were focusing on the gunman, your brain considered all the other information to be unimportant.
this is because when we observe an event, our brains categorize the information as sensory memory and process it either as being important or unimportant.
Since we are constantly observing everything around us, it is crucial for our brains to be able to determine things as important or unimportant information.
When you were asked to recall unimportant details, you may have had difficulty recalling the correct information, even though technically you did see it. Think back to the questions we asked you. If you answered incorrectly, don't worry.
That means your brain is working exactly how it's supposed to be working, demonstrating the tunneling effect.